Hi, everyone.
Hey, everybody.
What a lovely audience.
Yeah.
I don't know who's here with us today. I want to see some comments and see if we have some. Well, what are you hearing? our old listeners.
Yeah, our dedicated followers.
But welcome and excited to join us for episode 64 Behind the MasterMinds. I just want to know if everyone's really just here to win the
tablets. Let's find out.
What it is?
They want that. That's what they want.
Well, you'll have to wait because we have a very fun show prepared for you today. And let's begin.
Yeah, well, we are Escapetheroomers, and I'm Brandon, or better known as Brandicius, and
I'm Cece. I'm actually better known as Cecina today.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, but we do have a raffle prize to give away, so why don't we start with that? And it's for the Clockwinder by Sultans of Solve.
Yeah, we're always giving away free stuff because that's what we do.
Yeah, and who's ready to solve a murder mystery?
Yeah, the Clockwinder. Okay, ready?
All right, drum roll, please.
Okay. Oh, we have a winner.
Who is it?
Melinda Contreras.
Melinda Contreras, congratulations! You have just won the Clockwinder by Sultans of Solve.
We had a lot of fun with that one.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun puzzles in there. You get to really feel like a detective.
Yeah.
All right, so back to our guest of the day. We have Martin, or I guess we should make him Martinique.
Martini? Okay.
Okay, yeah, sure. He's the creator of Don't Eat Puzzles, and Martin is an engineer who owns a laser cutter. Enough said. Done. We're done with the show.
Finished.
Sorry, I've been practicing so long for this. The Antikythera Tablets. How did I do?
This is pretty good.
Yeah, okay, pretty good. I'm going to get better as we go.
Okay, good.
The Antikythera Tablets is his first play-at-home game, but definitely will not be his last, and we know for sure about that. He already has one in the works, which we'll talk about later on. He's also made a few escape rooms, but tragically, they were never commissioned due to COVID.
Sad.
And flooding. So, but we'll get to that later. Let's start it off.
Yeah. So as you know, we're escape room enthusiasts first before at home games. So do tell us a little bit about these escape rooms. I've never made it to see the light of day. Were they for a company, or were you actually going to open your own escape company? What type of themes were they?
Well, I started out doing escape rooms with other people and just going to venues and playing their games. And then sometimes the games there'd be a problem or they'd be broken, and then I make things and I like to fix things. So I'd just be like, oh, do you know, this is a great room, but your chess set's broken. I can make you a nice chess set. And then, so that would lead to some work, which would then lead to more work when they realize that, you know, I can do all of these things, making electronics and writing software. So then eventually I was designing puzzles as well for these rooms. And one of them was like, well, can you do everything for us and just make the whole thing for us? So they came to me with a theme, and we built the whole I'd say room, but it was a coffin. So you were in a coffin. So yeah, we had all of this stuff to do inside this coffin, and then we made like 20 sets, and the whole place got flooded and everything was ruined. So that was the end of it. It was just such a waste of time and effort.
Yeah.
What type of theme was it supposed to be for? Was it like a vampire theme, or like what?
I think it was like a hazing initiation. You were buried in these coffins, so you were racing against your teammates.
Wow.
But
I hope one day you'll still be able to reproduce it.
The only person who ever really played it was my wife, and that was under the coffee table in our lounge, where we were both spent the night lying under the coffee table being like, does this work as a puzzle? Does that work as a puzzle? So that was quite good fun.
That sounds like a fun day night.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, you know, that's what we do on a regular.
Yeah,
yeah, if you have a short on date ideas, just lie under your coffee table.
Nice. Being that this is your first play-at-home game, what was the inspiration behind the storyline, which we learned as we played through is about the Greek mythology, and how were you able to come up with the mechanisms behind building this amazing puzzle box?
So my puzzles are very much the opposite way round. So it's driven by what I can make. So then I went out and looked for some ideas for puzzles, and because that's my thing, you know, I like making puzzles, and certainly with all these mechanical puzzles, it's like, what can I do? What would I be happy to make? You know, I was expecting to make 100, not 400. Yeah. So then the fact that they were achievable is great. You know, you could actually go off and produce it. And then I started to slowly look at like what theme works, what's already out there. You don't want to do what somebody else has already done. Mm-hmm. So then I had this big long list of all the Greek myths. I kept thinking like, well, I could make this look like Sisyphus, and I could make that look like, you know, the labyrinth. And so then it all evolved from there. And then, I mean, I was only trying to make one puzzle to start with. And it just got out of hand. Yeah, that's it. The Puzzle Master, my previous puzzles on Puzzle Master all rated 9 out of 10. Mm-hmm. So I was trying to make one 10 out of 10 puzzle, and the whole thing snowballed from there. And then finally, when I was like, I want to make a box to put around it, but I don't want it to look like a laser cut box. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so when I finally found like some renders of this Antikythera mechanism, and I'm like, I could do that. That works. You know, it's just, you can't see any joins. I can hide all the laser cut stuff. Yeah. So then that's when it all came together.
Yeah, we're gonna show some of his work, but just as an FYI,
look at this. He was talking about like seamless, and
yeah, I mean, and this is. I'm not sure if you can hear that.
Can't get through unless you actually get through the outside, which I'm not going to show.
Yeah, we're not showing you the inside of the box. You got to earn that. But FYI, we will be releasing our playthrough experience and unboxing tonight on our YouTube. And we had so much fun with
like
it.
An entire 8 hours ish.
We did spend quite a time on. Yeah, there's a lot of footage to sift through. But spoiler alert.
We did wipe away all the cursing, though. No, just kidding.
Well, no, I left it in there. I just muted it.
Silent cursing.
Yeah, but we will release that tonight, and we will put it on our Facebook, on our social media, so you can go and check that out as well.
Yeah, but then they will want to play first, so, you know.
Yeah, so there will be a lot of spoilers in there, so just keep that in mind.
Don't watch it if you're going to play through the first.
Yeah, don't.
All right, so you definitely put your laser cutter into use, I see. The workmanship on the Antikythera tablets were spectacular. So speaking of workmanship, is that your workshop right behind you?
Yeah, that looks...
Yeah, I'm sat in my workshop right now.
I'd love to get a little quick tour, kind of explain like what you do at each station.
Yeah, just tell us what's behind you and what it does.
Well, I don't really have stations per se, because I tend to make a whole bunch of stuff and then leave it in a pile, and then I'll like take it into the lounge and work on it in the evening. It tends to run most of the time, but I've got 2 laser cutters. So I've got the really big one down here, which I tend to do most cutters. Of the. Yeah.
There's a lot of haters right now. I'm telling you.
But again, it's everything's crammed into this one tiny garage. But again, this is because I've come from the other side of things. So I had laser cutters to start with, and then we started making puzzles with them. So the big laser cutters, I tend to use that for cutting all of my wood and materials and cutting pretty much everything. And then I've got this slightly smaller laser, which has it's better for doing the fine detail work.
Right.
But they're so different. Because this one's like a 100-watt tube and this is a 30-watt tube, and I never got the hang of using them both at once. So this one basically sat around and did nothing for 18 months, and it was only when the tablets, all of these tablets have this text on the back. Yes. Yeah, so it's one setting and for every single tablet. So I was just putting this in there and doing the text on everything the whole time.
Martin, which machine did you have first, the bigger one or the smaller one?
The bigger one, yeah.
The bigger one.
Weirdly, the tube in this machine is the same price as the bigger one. So this has got a metal tube and that's got a glass tube, and the glass tube will last like 3 years and costs about £500, and the metal tube will last like 10 years and costs £3,000. Right. It's a big difference. So to have this one sat doing nothing, my wife's kept being like, "Are you sure you don't want to do something with that expensive laser?"
Yeah.
Well, for our viewers who are watching right now, we're going to raffle off one of Martin's laser cutters for a
I had to sell 2 laser cutters to buy this one. Believe it or not.
I love Martin right now. That's your secret.
At one point, I had 3 lasers in here, and then there was one in the kitchen for a while that I was fixing. And I'm like, if I get rid of these lasers, I can buy a really expensive one that's a little bit smaller.
Oh, so the smaller it gets is actually more expensive now.
Well, it's all about this tube type. So yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow.
That's amazing.
And what is those little things behind you, like that you have so organized into the little slots?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's only organized this week because it's going to be on camera. This is how I got into the escape room stuff again. You know, people from the escape rooms would come here and they'd be like, "Oh, I want to make something that does this," and then I'd just go and grab like this from this box and that from that box. This is all my electronics and stuff, and I've collected so much junk over the years that I can pretty much make stuff on the spot. And these people are like, "Oh, well, I'll come back in 2 days and grab it." I'm like, "Yeah, but I'll just do it now, and you can go away with it."
Oh, wow.
And even if I pan up here, there's even more stuff on the next shelf up. That, yeah.
You shouldn't have told us that, Martin, because right now I think you're the most organized workshop that I've ever seen. It's the most organized.
So
workshop.
Martin's workshop is now probably claimed to be the fastest, like faster than Amazon, because Amazon needs like a few hours to deliver. But he's like, right on the spot, you can get stuff and go. Thanks.
You just leave your own YouTube channel and just have your workshop behind you. Take orders on the spot. You want? Okay, got you, and then start making it right there in front of them.
Yeah. Look, Holly says that she'll take it off your hands.
Yeah, Holly Carden.
Hey, Holly.
Holly, thank you for our
So
fan
amazing.
art. It's so amazing. You've been getting so many wonderful
artist.
compliments on it, and we really appreciate it. And Karen, I do agree. Angela would do some amazing work with the laser.
Everybody
cutter.
wants a laser.
Everyone
cutter.
wants a
Yeah,
laser.
everybody
cutter.
wants a laser. But then Krista's talking about makerspaces, and that's we started at makerspaces and hackerspaces anyway. You know, that's a really good place to go if you want to use a laser.
Yeah.
And then so we bought one for our local makerspace. So that's where I started like 10 years ago. And then we started importing and selling lasers to other hackerspaces in the UK. Which is how, we had this company selling lasers, which is how I ended up with a massive laser. And then from there, that all just sort of disappeared. But I kept a machine and started building stuff with it.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm going to do a quick plug here. So back to Holly. Holly, she's also an artist. She wants to draw your workshop, and she's really great at her.
In trade for a laser, no, I don't know.
In exchange for a laser cutter. That sounds fair trade, right?
I'm sure I can put some laser cut stuff. Yeah.
She's just really great at drawing, like, a lot of stuff.
Is that your new logo with the dog with the cryptex? Is that
Yes.
Holly?
That's her.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love that. That's a really nice piece of art.
Nice. All right, so I'm going to ask you now. The next question is, which would you say was the most challenging item to make in this game? Like out of all the items that you had.
Oh, it's Heracles. Heracles was really quite tricky for me.
Really?
So you've got your wordy descriptions of what the sliders have to do. And it's just a word game, so it's making this bit was easy. Like, I just have a thing that you push this around and do that, and then trying to describe it. We went back and forth, and everybody reads it differently. And
so you mean the most difficult? It was the most difficult puzzle creation as opposed to the craftsmanship.
Oh, okay. I was asking about like what was the hardest to make in terms of like, on the laser or on the.
It's Sisyphus again. The Sisyphus is the weird one because
ball.
Sisyphus is this one where the ball rolls around the tracks and it goes all the way up to the top. But it's got 8 of these wheels that bits need to be glued together, and then there's 4 or 5 layers in here, but it's a Sisyphean task to complete it because the ball rolls around the thing and it's the secrets. But it's a Sisyphean task to build it. Like, I just have these massive boxes of parts, and that one may take like 2 days to do 20 tablets. It's just
Wow.
It's so slow, and it's so mind-numbingly repetitive, just doing all these bits together.
That sounds like how you
don't give away anything. Yeah, he's quoting something that you just said. We'll bypass this part and not make it bigger than what it sounds like.
All right. I mean, like, if you want to be the winner to receive this amazing game, and by the way, this game is valued at £170.
Totally worth it.
Yeah.
Totally worth it.
So you want to type in, I want to unlock the Pandora's box.
I want to unlock Pandora's box.
Yes, to be entered into the raffle. Of course, if you can't wait to play this, which you totally should get it, even if you don't win the raffle.
Oh, yeah.
And so Don't Eat Puzzle has generously offered us a 10% discount code to our audience, which will be available until, or valid until October 1st.
Yeah.
And the code is ESCAPETHEROOMers 10.
ESCAPETHEROOmers 10. I will drop that in a second, but I feel something coming on again.
You always feel something.
It's always around this part of the show.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand.
What is it?
Oh, Martin, are you good with puzzles? Like, are you
pretty good? Yeah.
Well, I think you're the man for the job because someone has personally delivered a message for you. It's a cryptic forward of some sort. I'm just gonna play it for you. You let me know what you think of it, and then we will see what we can do. All right? Here we go.
All right, hello, Don't Eat Puzzles. I guess you are my mortal enemy since I am Puzzle Snacks. I have a puzzle for you. Take a 7-letter word, a common 7-letter word. If you drop the first letter and the last letter, the 5 letters that remain will be a pair of opposites. What is the 7-letter word?
Any thoughts? Are you like? Is the cogs turning?
Yeah.
You see what I did there? The cogs.
Cogs turning. Yeah.
Five cogs. No, okay, sorry. All right, so we can come back to this. Let's let it.
Unless you know.
Oh no, I might have cheated a little bit. I'm like, oh, there's gonna be a difficult. Is it cheating? You didn't tell me I wasn't allowed to watch.
Time travel?
No,
You time traveled. You time traveled to the past.
To pass the episode.
I just watched your show. I mean, that's all right, isn't it?
Did you like build a time machine with the wood in the back and time travel? Like, it sounds a little suspicious.
Yeah.
To be honest, it didn't help at all. I looked at this clue and I'm like, it's like typical or atypical and like flammable, inflammable. I know they're the same thing anyway, so like it doesn't. I'm just completely stumped. Yeah.
We're gonna wait and
we'll
maybe
wait.
the audience might
We'll play
have
it
an
again
idea.
and we'll see what filters through
Later.
from the audience side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna continue on with our.
So real quick, let me just drop that that secret phrase, which is, I want to unlock Pandora's box. And also, one more time, if you missed what Cece said earlier, 10% discount code, which is ESCAPETHEROOmers 10.
Wow, he's so generous with dropping the phrase today. You usually only get 2 chances. He's like, drop it in.
Yeah, just
this prize is amazing. You got.
Well, I was really, the game was amazing. I'm,
super hyped.
All right, I'll take this away.
Krista asked a question that we didn't really cover. Do you make all the puzzles yourself? Like we talked about cutting things, but we didn't explicitly say that I actually cut and build and do everything myself, assembly and manufacturing, packaging and wood stains and the whole works. Yeah, everything is built in-house just by me on my own. This is a one-man band. Yeah, it's sometimes it's difficult.
Yeah, what one person can create that comes out to be like that is truly amazing, because to see it in video or see it in pictures is one thing, but when we received it and then we actually got to touch it and work our way around it, it was that's a completely different experience.
Yeah, it was so hard to wait because we usually don't play our games until like the week before the show, and I was like, can we win it now? Can we win now?
Yeah.
So,
she peeled off the wrapper or whatever. She's like, I was like, what are you doing?
Back down.
You kept putting it off, and I'm like, I hope there's time, like, because it's not going to take, because Odysseus, where you just have to put the pieces in the tray. Some people take so long over that.
Yeah.
So
and also Lauren, you can just type it into the comment section. Just so she
just
knows.
type that secret phrase that's scrolling on the bottom, and you're automatically entered into the raffle.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna keep going because we have a lot of questions.
We do.
Yeah.
We have to get them, Joe.
So like I said, later. So if it took us like 8 hours to play it, but I wanted to know how long does it take you to actually make the entire box?
So the first box is probably about 2.5 months from early prototypes to having a box that was functional that would work. But like the ideas just tick over in my head for quite a bit longer than that before I actually do anything. I very much like to have. I need to know how it's going to work before I do it. So like if I can't tie a few things together, then I just don't even start. So.
Does it get faster though? Like now, if you need to make the complete set, is it faster?
If I make a complete set of puzzles from scratch, one of these boxes, I'd make a batch of 20, and it takes about 2 to 3 weeks to do 20.
2 to 3 weeks. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is that
it's 3 weeks if I haven't made a batch recently. 2 weeks if I'm on it. Yeah.
Wow. And in talking about batches, like, is there a reason why it's 20? I'm wondering, like, a certain way.
So you can get like 4 on a sheet, and then 6 on other sheets. So like the 20 just worked out about this right for if I do 5 of these and 5 of those and 3 of these, then things averaged out to be about 20.
So guys, if you want this game, let's say like next week or something, if you miss this batch, you're gonna have to wait for a month. So you better like get into this batch now, right?
if there's a rush, I'm gonna like panic and make some, but I do have 20 ready to go, so we should be right.
We're covered for now. Yeah. Okay. I'm sure there's a lot of like crazy production stories that you have to tell us. How about sharing the one to what happened to that first 100?
The first 100 boxes. Oh, this was so bad. So we ran the Kickstarter campaign, and it was a slightly different Kickstarter than most people because I have the machines. I have a stack of materials, and I just don't. Everything was ready from the first day when it was 100% funded. I'm like, this is going to go ahead. So then I spent the next month making puzzle boxes. Right. And I made 100 of them, and I sent some out to reviewers, and everything was going fine. And then there's just one comment on a YouTube video by somebody way down the rankings that's been completely glossed over by everybody that says, but isn't this Greek letter that instead of this? And I'm like, so it's not, the Greek letter isn't the obvious one. It's not theta or tau. So yeah, we might as well say it. It's so there's you want the letter T, and I'd written it as theta, and it's actually tau. And I'm like, but everybody who tried it completely missed it because that's what you expect it to be. And I could have let it slide, and it doesn't fit with my perfectionism. So then I had these 100 puzzle boxes were built, locked, sealed, and assembled, and I had to unlock, unwrap every single one, solve that lid puzzle, take it out, replace the part, put it all back together. I had to crack all of these open and glue them back together again.
Oh my goodness.
On 100 puzzles. Yeah, it was a bit crazy towards the end of that. I had my parents come round, and we had this little production line in the kitchen.
Like, we have a crisis. We have a crisis.
You need to unlock the boxes, and you can lock the boxes, and then I'll do the bits in the middle. And yeah, it was.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I mean, like really shows the professionalism. Yeah, like it's gonna bug you, and you can't sleep. You gotta.
Especially the first game too. I mean, definitely.
I have to say, in the same line, and probably the first 20 to 40 puzzles went out with a spelling mistake on the code word, but then it looks a little bit like an anagram instead, so everybody also knew what that was. But that was too big a change, so sorry to the first 40 people. I'm sure you figured it out by now.
No, they got the easier version, that's all.
So there's also this crazy like jigsaw type of puzzle in this tablet. It literally took us for spin, right? Spin. I know how to use
there we go.
Because there are so many ways that one piece could fit, and you're just trying every single possibility, right? Until you finally find something, you're like, sure, I feel like this is the right spot, but maybe not. So yeah, until like you kind of feel like, okay, I think I tried it like every single day. Yeah, that is the crazy because so I also noticed that there's like some wood colorations that are different in this, right? There's like 2 tones in there.
Yeah.
Tell us, like, what type of wood are you using for these puzzles? Like, they smell really good, but the smell you're telling me is actually coming from the laser cutters. So now I'm like, oh, is this
like
wood?
Burnt oak or burnt
Yeah.
some sort of smoky wood.
Yeah, the
So
process. I would love to hear about that.
I'm using it's birch plywood. In particular for this one, I have to use a really nice birch plywood. So I've got this really fancy 6-ply laser wood, where it's like 3 times the price of the standard laser stuff. But if you find a knot in the middle layer or a void in the middle layer of your plywood, then the laser just doesn't burn through it, and you waste the whole puzzle. And then on some of the cheap sheets, here we go. So you can see this plug.
One second. Yes, I see it.
So if you get one of those on a puzzle, then it just doesn't cut through it, and you waste the whole thing. So it was worth spending a bit more money. So then it's just, it's all that color. And then I've got a wall of dyes down at the end here on my dark table, where you can't see me spilling wood. So then you stain them up, and then because then you have this contrast of the 2 colors, and then it's making something nice with that contrast. So these bits show through because they're the back of the other sheet.
Also has a lot. The jigsaw puzzle part of it itself has a little shine to it when you put it together. Like that's when we were able
in
to
different types of lighting, I guess it shows different.
I think it's just the wood grain, actually. So the wood grain, I don't think I've got. Sorry.
Many things in his workshop.
Yeah, but he's organized. He could find it right away.
So fun.
So I've got these other puzzles that the pieces are almost identical, and it's really hard to find out like where they start and stop. These fractal puzzles.
That looks more of like a cherry wood or red.
Yeah, this is red mahogany. This wood stain.
Okay.
Wow, that's another challenge.
Yeah.
So the trick with these is to get them all back in the same place, but everybody uses the wood grain. So you have to you can use this wood grain line to work out where the piece should go. So that was the number one feedback from these, like, oh, actually they're quite difficult, but you can use the wood grain. So I was really pleased with Odysseus. So Odysseus is almost the same. You've got these fractally ends, but it comes supplied in one solution. Mm-hmm. And you're looking for the other solution. So there are 2 solutions to this puzzle.
Right.
And of course, in the other solution, the wood grains don't match. So the one thing that you could use to help you solve this faster has been completely removed on this next iteration.
Right. And also, is that part of the reason why you made it kind of slanted, like diagonal?
I think it's mostly just to get it to fit in the space.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I totally, without the wood grains, it's definitely much harder.
Definitely.
For sure. There's no way to cheat anymore. Yep, definitely.
I'm with my next puzzle set, there's going to be a plastic version of a fractal, just a small plastic one, because the plastic doesn't have the grains either. So that makes it so much harder to see.
Harder. He's like, I'm bound to make a 10 out of 10. This is what I'm going after right now.
Yeah, it's always like my puzzles are unashamedly difficult, and this is like one of the things I really differ from escape rooms. So like in an escape room, you've got this hour where you have to get through the room and out, and it has to be achievable. And everybody has a different level of achievable. So some people will be out in half an hour, and other people will be out in almost an hour with hints. And you don't want people to fail because that leaves people a bit sad. Yeah. So having come from doing the escape rooms and then coming to do this, where I don't have an hour time limit, I don't care if this takes you 6 months to solve, but the puzzles have to be achievable. You have to know how to start the puzzle and how to progress the puzzle, because the puzzle is solving it, not figuring out how to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's really quick and easy to see that the pieces have to go back in Odysseus in a slightly different way. And now getting the right way is then the challenge. You know, the challenge is not trying to understand the puzzle.
But this is like something that you keep around the house. You come back to it when you want to, you know, try to progress, or, you know, you put it aside. I'll come back to this and go do
or
something
like
else.
when you have friends coming over and you really want them to like have a really great time.
It's like, hey, you should try that. See, pick up where I left off.
Welcome to my house.
I've got a load of mechanical puzzles from when I was young. My uncle used to make me mechanical puzzles, and he used to get them out when friends come round. But people are very good at dismantling puzzles, not very good at putting them back together. So at the end of the evening, everybody goes home, and then you have to spend a few hours putting all the pieces back together again.
You actually made it worse for me.
Yeah.
You should totally make a rule though. It's like either if you don't solve it, you can't eat right now, or if you don't put it back into the box, then you can't leave. Sorry.
Well, that's what I was talking to Martin about offline, because he makes everything, and I said, did you used to make boxes and put your children's presents inside of it, and they had to solve it and open it to get to the present?
By next Christmas, you're like, I'm sorry, I still haven't solved last Christmas. He's like, that's good. And I save a present.
Yeah, it's like a toy from like 3 years ago. It's like, I can't play with this anymore.
Oh my goodness. All right, but there is a tablet in there that you should have became like a puzzle, like the master at solving this right now. Because tell us what you did for Perseus.
I love this one. Yeah.
The Perseus is the twisty maze thing.
Yes.
So this is a very mechanical puzzle. This is properly Perseus was fighting Medusa, and he had to turn his shield towards Medusa so that she'd see her own reflection and turn to stone. So you get this little tool, and you have to turn this central tablet, central shield to face Medusa, but it's locked in place by all of these different ones. The trouble with building it is that there's no way to test every wheel works and rotates, and then I haven't accidentally glued something together without solving the puzzle. So for every single Perseus tablet, I've had to solve the puzzle first to test that it works before putting it back in the box. So yeah, I've been through this puzzle at least 400 or 500 times now, and I'm so bored of it sometimes. but at least my solve.
You're a professional at this one.
Yeah, my solve time is down to like 2.5 minutes. So,
what is the fastest that you can do it now that you probably have it memorized?
The Perseus, I say, like about 2.5 minutes. I can get through it. Yeah. Yep.
Wow. So we got some comments.
It's not so hard when you know the secret.
Yeah.
We have some comments coming in. Hey, our man Seth from Hourglass, what is the average solve time on these? So he said for that one, but actually, what is the average?
Hints? I don't know.
No, I don't know either. Like, it's really hard. Like, my playtester's only ever got a few here and there. You know, I hear 8 hours is okay, and then 5 to 8 I think is about right.
Yeah. We're also filming too.
But the thing is, some of them came to us faster than the others.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
yeah.
It
Like
varies.
for instance, right, the logic puzzle, which I thought that was easier for me, was the storyline one, because I actually can go through the reading and like kind of price it. But then you were like, no, I like more mechanical. So
yeah,
you're
I'm more
much
the
faster
physical.
on that side. So it really also depends on the person.
But you got to know your strengths and weaknesses. Yeah.
Like Sisyphus, I was breezing through the whole thing, and then when I got in, so if for those who didn't see the Sisyphus tablet that he held up before, half of it is right in the open, the other half is in the dark. So when you get in the dark, obviously it progressively gets more difficult, but then there's that last hallway, which is completely in the dark, and then
it's really difficult. Yeah.
But there's another added obstacle after that, which I'm not going to say what it is, but it's so much fun. Nate says, do you have a sorry,
I just
bring that back. Yeah, I want to ask this question.
Do I have a favorite puzzle box? Yeah.
Right, from another maker?
I don't. I see these things online, and I think they all look amazing, but I try not to buy them. Like, if I'm making a puzzle and I've done. I'm sure if I look hard enough, I'll find somebody else who's already done it, or and I want to have that originality without just being like, yeah. So I don't really collect puzzles, and we do escape rooms and puzzle books, and you can't help but stumble over these things. But I don't really have any puzzle boxes from any other makers.
Right.
I've got a few. There's always a few people who I've seen their puzzles and they inspire me, and they always, I always credit them for doing awesome things like me. Yeah.
Any recommendations? Do you want to give any shout outs to ones that you do admire? Or?
There's a guy called Andreas Rover who's made this puzzle burr program, and he makes lots of cool puzzles too. But this puzzle burr allows you can put in your puzzle and it will solve it for you. But I've just been using it a lot recently, where I'm like, if I turn that bit on and that bit off, and then I've made my own puzzles using the puzzle solver, because in the next puzzle I know that there's only one solution, so it's told me how many solutions there are. So these people make really cool things in the puzzle community.
Wow.
And just one quick thing, because I think this is hilarious. So we were talking about locking presents up and earning your prize. Krista said she gave her dad a present at Christmas in the blue box. He still hasn't opened it. He doesn't want any hints.
What if it's like food by this point?
It better not be chocolate, Krista, because that thing is, I
don't know.
I don't recommend him to...
No perishables in these things if you're going to use no hints. That's a comment.
I bought my parents tickets to their first escape room, and when we went to see them, they're like, these tickets arrived and we don't know who they're from, and because our names were printed on the back, not on the front. And that was the point I knew they weren't going to get out.
Oh my God. It's like, still?
Yeah. Are they beta testing for you as well, your parents, or is it just
on the next box, my dad's done most of the testing at the moment, and that's a lot more mechanical, so it's quite good that he's just retired, so he's got time to do these things, but it's really useful being able to
Nice. So before you had the hint system up, right, how many emails were you receiving in your mailbox per day? Like, what was the one that people had the most difficulty with?
Generally people go a bit quiet and you don't get a lot of feedback, but then every once in a while somebody will email you, and I think people are a bit afraid to ask for hints, which is why there is now the hint system. But the good one it's Sisyphus. It's this top path, because this top path on Sisyphus is a little bit different to all the others. There's a few secrets under there, and then people would mail me and complain that this puzzle was broken, and that was always quite funny. And he'd be like, I can't prove it isn't broken, but can you just test this and do that? And then finally I'd show them a picture of what was going on under here, and they'd come back and they'd be like, oh no, it's fine, it works, thank you, I'm sorry.
He actually has proof.
Yeah.
Oh, so I mean, we didn't look at the hint for that.
No, I didn't look at any hints for Sisyphus.
You actually have an inside photo for that part?
I don't think not on the hints page.
Oh, okay.
I think the hints just says it's different.
Got it. So that one is like...
That's only if they question, and when it comes to it's broken, it's damaged,
Like, I can't say for sure that I haven't actually splodged a big lump of glue down there and the ball doesn't roll properly and things like that. It's possible. I don't think it has happened, but so you need to check these things first.
Yeah, for sure. Well, finally, let's talk about your new game. Super excited. What is it called?
Loki's Box of Tricks? Box of Tricks, right?
Loki's Box of Tricks. Oh my goodness.
Loki's Box of Tricks.
So wow. So what is that going to be like about? Like, is it sort of similar to this?
It is. It's kind of similar. Yeah, I'm trying. It's very hard to hold and show in details because this one's it's a lot more secretive. I don't want people to see what's inside it.
Yeah,
we don't want to either.
Yeah, because it's Loki's Box of Tricks. Loki jumping on the Loki bandwagon at the moment. It's the puzzles in here aren't quite what you'd expect them to be. So everything it looks like a normal puzzle, but it has a little bit of a twist. And then in particular, you work, there's lots of locked layers in here, so you work your way down through the layers, and then when you get right to the bottom, then there's a proper treasure this time. So when you get to the bottom of that, then you get this reward. But that's not the only path through the story. There's 2 different paths through the stories, and there's some secret compartments, and there's it's a nice little box. I'm quite pleased with this next box that's coming up.
So Kickstarter, right?
Yeah, going to be Kickstarter. Kickstarter's great because you get customers want it now, and they want it done, and they want it fixed and finished, and backers are so much better. They're so much nicer that.
Patient.
Yeah, they're patient. Exactly. They know that it's coming, and they can see the build process. I like to update with here's a big stack of wood, and here's wood dyes, and this is all the stuff that's going on. They're just part of the journey. Right. So they're happy to get it in 3 months' time.
Yeah, we're gonna show our Kickstarter website, but when is that going to actually?
I think it's going to be about 2 or 3 weeks. So I'm just waiting on some artwork at the moment. And then I want to send some copies off to some people first to make sure it runs smoothly and they like it.
Yeah. And are you going to have any kind of early bird stuff, or should they get on it? Okay.
Yeah. So last time there were different prices for the early birds, and that always just felt a bit weird to me. So this time it's one price, but if you early bird and you get in the first 48 hours, then you're going to get this other puzzle. You're going to get this little. You can get your name written on the top if you want it, and so there's little bonuses for being in early. So that's quite nice. It's a slightly different way of running things.
So everyone, much like a digital at-home game, take a screenshot of that link so that you can go and visit it, and
we'll put it in the chat after the chat. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll bring it back. Definitely bring it back. My question for you is, because you mentioned that there is a proper treasure in there. How many infinity stones are at the bottom of this box? Please tell me. All of them better be there.
None. There's no Marvel involved in this at all. It's all entirely General Loki from thousands of years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, eternity pebbles. Eternity.
Let's not confuse the modern Loki and the. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right. Especially if Disney's listening.
Yeah, exactly. Don't want to touch that part.
We're not there yet.
No.
All right, I'll bring the Kickstarter link back towards the end of the show, and
okay. I mean, let's check out, see if anybody has any other questions before.
You're getting a lot of beta testing questions, and thank you. Appreciate that, Nate. He has it in the comment section down below. If you're on Facebook,
thanks, Nate.
If you're on YouTube, I will put it towards the end of the show again. Most of the comments coming in is beautiful, pretty box, love it.
Waiting for it.
Pretty unanimous.
Sure. Yeah. All right, let's see now if we can
squeeze more information out of it.
Cryptic message back. Yeah. Well, actually, since we are on this, other than the box, is there anything else people should be looking forward to, or something that's on the side that you're doing?
No, this is this new box has taken the last month solid of refining and tweaking, and
I did see some really cool toys you have in your shop though, on your blog, that if they want to buy other than that.
Yeah, so I've got these marble machines and useless machines. These are where I started though. So some of this stuff's 10 years old. This is a useless machine where you push the button and
it nice.
Turns itself off.
I love that.
So it's little projects like these that allowed me to upgrade to bigger and better laser cutters. And then one day, that kind of stuff was making so much money that I just quit my job and started to do it full time.
Wow.
So yes, I'm living the dream, really.
Yeah. So if you want to, find all these little gadgets and toys, he has a blog, which we'll put it, on after the show, unless Nate wants to moderate and put that for us. Then you can also go check that out, and there's a lot of fun stuff in there as well.
Yeah.
I went back today and made sure it's all linked from Don't Eat Puzzles as well. So.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
And real quick, I'll just throw this up here. His website is don'teatpuzzles.com.
Which is very different than Puzzle Snacks. Which
right, you guys are mortal enemies.
Yeah, I didn't realize I had a mortal enemy when I was inventing this thing.
Either you're his Mr. Glass or you're his Mr. I don't know.
All right.
All right.
But we do have to bring our cryptic message back because
Do we want to do that now, or do we want to play our
we
game?
want to do this.
Yeah.
Because,
Okay. So
because I saw some of the audience already answered.
I was able
right
to.
answer.
I saw some of the answers in there. They were much faster than me. Yeah.
Here we go.
I was able
One
to
more time.
determine a source, and it came from Puzzle Snacks, your mortal enemy. Yeah, you already caught on to this. It took me a while to get there, but I do need to credit the cryptic source. But one more time, it's going to play back unless you have an answer for us.
It was routine, touting. But then I didn't get it. No, I didn't get it. My wife got it. My wife got it in like 5 minutes, and she's the word expert totally. And
Well,
I just
Mrs.
sat there
Puzzle
scratching my
got
head.
it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Routine. That is the right answer.
All right. Well, we're expecting one from Martin to pass along to our future guests, but we'll get to that in a second because right now we need to play our game with him. We have to get to it.
Yeah, that was the easier segment.
Yeah, now we're
This.
taking the hard stuff.
Yeah, I've seen previous questions.
Okay.
So this is
Eat or drink.
Take a drink. Okay, yeah. So the way we play Think or Drink is we ask our guest questions. He has 10 seconds from after we ask the question to answer it. If he gets it right, I will take a drink. If he gets it wrong, he will take a drink. And what are you drinking, sir?
I have this slow-mo shootout from Totally Brewed. That's a really local brewery. We used to have the unit next door to them.
Totally.
So-
Totally brewed. Oh, I like
Yeah.
that.
So and then they
Slow-mo
have all this.
shootout.
They have all this really cool artwork on all of their cans.
Oh, wow.
So
does that
yeah.
mean that there's not too much. Like if you shake the can, it will shoot out really quickly. Or
We'll find out, won't we? I don't think it's. No, it was fine. Yep.
No? Okay, normal.
You
All right.
you got a good one.
Okay.
All right, so I'm drinking one of my favorite beers, but this is actually an infusion. This is Michelob Ultra. It's light beer, and this is the lime and prickly pear cactus
That sounds good.
drink. It's exotic fruits mixed in here. So, Martin, I want you to get all the answers right, so I can finish this bottle. Cece, what are we asking him about?
Today's questions are all going to be based on Greek mythology.
Well, big surprise. I mean, he's well versed, right? So we
But
can.
you have the lovely smarty wife in the audience, and you have the audience, so they might help you. Or
Yeah.
you know, I don't know.
I feel like a majority of the audience have a vast knowledge of Greek mythology.
Sure,
so,
why not? Because we keep those on our brains all the time.
Yeah, I mean, it's there for us to.
Yep.
All right, so
Well, I already cheated on the cryptic. I'll try and ignore the comments.
Okay.
all right, Martin. She's going to take over the soundboard. I'm going to start our very first question for you. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, so we do have a timer that will kick in 10 seconds. First question: Medusa is a gorgon. Why is she different from other gorgons?
Is it the snakes for hair? She was cursed for being so pretty. That was the main thing. And I don't know why the other gorgons were made.
Yeah.
Cece made these questions, so Judge.
No, sorry. She was the
Sorry.
only one that's immortal.
Oh, here we go.
There are some other
I should keep this
answers.
comment section open just in case someone kicks in an answer.
Yeah,
All right,
sure.
so getting to our next question for you
Mhm.
is, what is Athena's bird?
Athena's
had a
bird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Athena had
Did
a
she?
bird, apparently.
Yeah, like a type of bird.
Type of bird.
Was it a penguin?
It was
Probably not. Yeah.
not.
That would have been like, yes.
Good job. This beer is really tasty.
It was an owl.
Oh, just
Owl.
like Harry Potter.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, see, Martin, you could have bought an owl.
Yep.
Sorry, I was trying to go vowel by vowel, but no.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. Moving on to question 3. What did Athena give Perseus to help him kill Medusa?
Was it a shield then? I think she gave him several other things as well.
So
Wow,
fast.
you
Yeah.
got the first and
Shield.
only
Yeah.
answer, which is shield. Congratulations. Good one.
Yeah, well, a lot of people knew about Owl. Yeah.
Very good. Yeah, Jillian
That's
Raymond,
nice.
Karen Kate came in with Owl, Angela.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Oh, you do have help. You have valid help.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lots of help.
I'm just seeing who got the right answer, so who I can trust next time.
It's like, which line?
Jillian, I do believe that is also correct. She said mirror, but shield is
Probably.
also correct.
Yeah.
All right, number 4. Now, there's 12 things that Hercules did. Just give us 2. Name 2.
He killed the Hydra. And did he get the Golden Fleece? No, yeah.
I got the Hydra one is good.
Yeah. No, he plowed a field or something, didn't he, with dragon's teeth?
Okay. Wow, there's so many. I'm like actually.
Yeah, we're going through all 12 right now.
Dragon's
Going to the judges. Judges call. I think we both drink. We'll both drink.
Yeah, why
We'll
don't
both
you do a
drink.
cheers?
You get one.
Yeah.
I get one. All right.
Yeah. Wow. See, we have a lot of like other answers that are coming in.
Matt, clean the
Really
stables.
good.
I'm gonna have to check on that
No,
one.
you have stables of King. Yeah, that's see.
Oh yeah,
Stables.
clean the stables of King Augeas.
Yeah.
Augeas?
Yeah. See, there were 12 right answers. Yeah.
Yeah, there was 12 to choose from, but you definitely got one of them.
Lion, yeah.
Number 5, Theseus killed a pretty famous monster. What monster and where?
The Minotaur in the labyrinth. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna drink twice. 1.
Nice.
Because I feel that's the only puzzle I haven't actually shown. The Theseus in the labyrinth. So yeah.
I love this puzzle.
As you guys know, you have to work out where the labyrinth is before you can move on.
You need to find the starting point, which, you definitely have to think outside the box to get creative and figure that out. I like you, Martin. I want to throw a bonus question at you if you're okay with that.
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to give you 2 to choose from. I'm going to give you 2 to choose from, and the audience can definitely help with this. This is basic. This is actual Greek mythology knowledge. You can choose A or B. So A, who are Zeus's parents? B, name 3 of Zeus's offsprings. I'm not going to time you on this. You pick A or B and give me an answer. Which one would you like?
C.
Oh yeah, C. No,
You finished the can.
I genuinely don't think I could do either of those.
Yeah.
I did think.
Audience, anybody can give me any of the answers? Zeus's parents or name 3 of Zeus's offspring. Sorry, offspring.
Matthew says Disney tells me it's Hercules.
Yeah,
Hercules is one of his offsprings. Yes. Oh.
What?
No.
No.
Angela came through. Parents are Cronus and Rhea.
Hey.
All right, you can put that can down, sir. You had help. I'll finish it. Well,
You might want to drink.
Well, this is fine.
Hey.
I don't think I can finish it, but I'll give it a try.
Thank you so much for playing Think or Drink with us, Martin. We really appreciate that.
Yeah. Oh,
Please give it
Did
a-
you get the right answer for all 3 offsprings?
Let's see.
Oh yeah,
Karen
Hercules,
had
Athene, Aphrodite.
Athena, Artemis, Apollo.
Yeah.
Athena, yep. That's actually the first. Well, she's doing it alphabetical order.
And then he also had 3. I feel like probably got it right too.
Denise said Hercules, Athena, Aphrodite. I don't have Aphrodite on here. So I'll give you the answers. Cronus and Rhea was his parents.
Yeah.
The offsprings were Athena, Apollo, Artemis, Hermes, Persephone, Dionysus. I hope I said that right. Perseus, Hercules, Helen of Troy, Minos, and Muses.
Okay.
But looking through for original text to find out who was supposedly who, there's so many different variations on these family trees, and I just got totally befuddled when I was writing the story. I'm like, well, this seems vaguely plausible. We'll stick with that.
Yeah, no, totally. You went with the safer route. It was too many. Well, thank you, Martin, for taking the wonderful journey of the Greek mythology through the mysterious Antikythera Tablets.
Yep.
Once again, if you want to win this amazing game, type in "I want to unlock Pandora's box."
There you go.
And then the 10% discount, as always. If you don't win this game, you should still get it. Like we're saying, it's a lovely game. Escape the Rumors 10 is the code. Okay, and that is valid until October 1st. So you still have some time, but the batch is not waiting for you. So that's all about. I don't know what to tell you.
You got to get that in the first 20.
Yeah. So entries are accepted from now until episode 66, which airs on September 10th. So if you watch this on YouTube later, you can still type in the secret phrase in the comment section below. Of course, remember to find those hidden letters and numbers in episode 50 to 69. I feel like they're getting easier at
I
the
don't
reveals.
know. These letters? My hat? What is she talking about? I don't.
In order to answer and enter to win Mobile Escape Games 12 Escape Bundle. Or you can get a gift card because they are producing season 2.
Season 2? Yeah. Do we have
Which,
an ETA on season 2?
No, because I still didn't get the episode 12 yet. But
Okay.
that's coming up.
Should be coming soon.
Yeah, but next Friday, you have to join us because we are interviewing a renowned magician. I can't pronounce this word.
Wait, David Blaine's coming?
No.
He's a cruciverbalist.
Okay, which it is a crossword puzzle instructor, a frequent TED Talk, and he's a famous sold-out show, The Enigmatist.
Yeah.
David Kwan, and he's co-creator of the game Enigma's Puzzle Hunt playing cards. Dave Shukan is going to be on the show. So Dave is an intellectual lawyer and a puzzle designer and a consultant who works on some amazing puzzle hunts, including the MIT Mystery Hunt. So, Martin, to these two crazy genius people that's going to come on to our show next week, what do you have to say to them?
Well, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
I got to clear the screen for him and get him ready.
Okay.
So, Martin, you're going to address this to Enigma's playing cards.
Yeah,
so
that's
give
good.
it to them. Say, Enigma's playing card, I have a puzzle or a riddle or whatever it is you're going to deliver for them. And I'm going to give you the entire screen.
Okay.
Here you go.
Hi, Enigma's playing cards. I've got a cryptic forward for you. What 3 numbers, none of which is 0, give the same result whether they're added or multiplied together? There we go.
All right.
Math.
Let's see how,
Yeah, math,
how well
yeah.
they do. How well they do.
Stun the wordy people with math.
That is true. That's a good one.
That is, yeah. Have we had the math? Most of the stuff has been wordy stuff, right?
Yeah,
Or
I'm
logic
excited to see
stuff.
how they do. All right, well, guys, if you want to hear the answer to that, or if you already have an answer to that, wait until next Friday to enter that when we're talking with our guests by the Crypto Pro next Friday at the same time, 4 p.m. Eastern.
And for those who are joining us on YouTube, down below is the Kickstarter website if you want to take a screenshot and visit. Definitely
because
support.
Mitch already put it in there for us.
For Facebook. He did for Facebook.
Got it.
So definitely support and go check out Loki's Box of Tricks because I know we will.
So excited. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Bye,
Have a good
guys.
weekend.
Have a great weekend.
Bye.